Alright, and we are back. So last let's stop for that break.
Alright. Hold on, roll again.
Alright, cool. Out from this fog that people swear up and down they've never seen this fog that you're talking about. Suddenly this fog rolls in, and oh no, saber-tooth tigers coming in, ready to pounce. And I think we got everybody. So doing that. All right. We started off with Shankz.
10, 15, 20. Alright, I'm gonna start moving towards the back, but I will take a couple of shots at. Let's go with this one next to Brig there. 2 shots.
Alrighty. Hit and a miss.
And I'll add the infused strike. And Skid Marks is gonna head over there and start dodging.
Alrighty.
Kind of drunkenly waddles towards it.
Trying to see if these blue tigers have any booze on them. Alright. And after... Anything else?
And a turn.
Sound good. Now we go... Mr. Nimbus!
Mr. Nimbus will pirouette through the air, coming down towards the ground. And he will just come here and draw a line, holding his gem out. And give them the old shakaroony. But he is going to spend a sorcery point, and he's going to empower that, re-rolling the 2 1s. So that should be a net change of 5. So a total of 37 if they fail.
Alrighty.
Or 18 if they succeed.
Alright. I think you're able to get all of them.
Just 3.
Just the 3? Okay.
There's no way for me to bend that in a curve.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll start the one closest to you. Nope. Closer, yes. And okay. So, actually, how does this one fry?
It takes that one. Ooh, again, the skeleton is silhouetted for a brief moment as Mr. Nimbus, he just kind of moves his fingers in glee as he sees the smoking corpse lie upon the ground.
Oh, nice.
And then he zips back up and will be 20 feet in the air, laughing maniacally, going, wah ha ha ha. And nice. Brygaeon, would you like to be closer to them?
Sure. Or farther.
He will, Mr. Nimbus will give Brygaeon a shove towards the saber-tooth tigers.
All right. I will willingly fail.
Just 5 feet.
5? Okay.
I don't know how many feet that is, but, whatever.
Yeah,
anyway, end of turn!
All right, well, you know what? There's a gap, let's see. It's going to move 20 feet back and then just charge at Brig. And then, all right. And then we'll do his claw attack. We'll try to pounce. Let's see. Ooh, that is a solid hit.
Definitely.
And then a strength saving throw.
Ooh, I also need to take some damage.
Is that? Yep, you do. 10 slashing.
Ooh, goodness.
Okay, knocked prone, and it can make a bite attack as a bonus action. Okay, so it'll try to bite on poor.
You should really have advantage.
That is
4 legs.
That is a hit, but you also possibly crit.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, let's see. Nope. Nope. Just a bite. For 15.
Ouch.
Oof. Oh, but Brig, I don't think he had a chance to rage yet. But it's but then also, yeah, we actually that is an important question. Do you have something to
I just took 25 points.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know if being a centaur, if it gave you something.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alrighty. Prune. That one. You know what? That one will charge on, try to pounce on poor old Beth, Bray. And then we'll try to claw. But a 15 is gonna be a big fat miss. And that's his turn. The other one will, it's gonna try to pounce on skid marks.
Oh no!
Skid marks is dodging.
Yeah. So it'll be at disadvantage, but it'll try to claw on. Ooh, what 15 though?
Ooh, that's a miss.
That's still a miss on skid marks. Okay, lucky. Key on skid marks. All right. And then Beth's turn.
So if I cast spiritual weapon and try to hit this, do I have disadvantage because I'm within 5 feet of it?
No.
It's a melee attack.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, it sounds dumb.
No.
Oh no, wait, no, because okay. So I'm gonna do that as my bonus action.
The cleric 1, 2. 1. Okay. All right.
Awful damage. And then as my action, I will toll the dead the same tiger in front of me.
Of course. Oh, and it failed. If damage. Okay, so 9 necrotic. Okay.
Now tell it, go away. Get out of here.
Oh wait, tier 2. Would that be an additional D12?
Oh yeah, because that macro never sets up right.
No, it doesn't. Ooh.
Additional 12.
That is not music to its ears. All right, cool. Anything else?
Now I'm done.
Brig, you're prone.
Brig is going to get very angry. Then he's going to stand up and will, while raging recklessly, bring his sword down on this tiger.
All right. Hit. Both solid hits.
Bonus action. So that is the end of my turn as I face these tigers.
All right, top of the round. Shankz.
Right. All right. I'm gonna help Brig. I'll fire 2 shots at that tiger over there. One hit
Okay, one good hit. All right.
for that, and
So close.
I'll tell skid marks to bite this time.
Okay. Alrighty. That's a bite.
For 8 piercing. Nice, and that'll be it for us.
Nice. Get Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus will look and see this creature on its last legs, and he will go, "Ah ha ha! Watch this!" And he conjures forth this ball of multicolored light and tosses it toward this one here. Well,
That's a solid
it should be a
hit.
25, but it's gonna do. It's gonna hit anyway.
Okay,
And so it is. Let's see. Beth, help me out. It's so I look at the 2d8s, and it's I get to pick between those two, right?
Yeah.
But since it didn't, the damage isn't the same. It doesn't bounce. So,
Yes. It only bounces if you roll the same thing on both d8s.
So close, but we will just pick fire, and burn this for 10 points.
just burn it to the ground.
And then he will look at Beth, who doesn't look to be wanting to be where they're at, right?
No, I will gladly move 5 feet closer to you psychically.
All right, then Mr. Nimbus will call upon the winds and pull you closer as he stays 20 feet up.
Very nice. And you know that tiger will you know it's going to actually wait and then try to pounce on Shankz. Just to just kind of get everything out of the way at least one time. Shankz 17 on Shankz.
That'll hit.
Oof. Okay, so strength saving throw to not get knocked prone. DC 14. Ooh, all right, you're still up. So 14 slashing, but okay. And all right, knock prone. You're not prone. Okay, so you won't get bitten. Okay, so no, just a good old-fashioned hit. The one that's hurt and clawed by skid marks is just gonna claw at skid marks. 17 to hit skid marks
That'll hit.
for 12 slashing.
Got it.
And then Beth.
Did one of them leave my roll 20 is not updating?
The only one that left was
I
Beth's.
see.
Beth's.
It's-
So
It's next to skid mark. Got it.
yeah.
Sorry, I killed the one that was on you.
No, that's fine. It just screen was not updating.
Ah, okay. Oh, there we go. Wisdom save. Can it fail? It does not fail that.
Oh no.
It's heard the music once before. And no bueno on that music.
But it does get bonked
Yeah,
by a
yes,
spiritual radiant.
it does. It did get bonked forcefully.
All right. Brig will take another big swing.
Alrighty.
Recklessly. 14
That will hit.
for 18. And slash through it again for another 14.
And how do you finish this one off?
These poor animals. Just putting them down. This one probably a nice cut through the torso. And then I will step back and then charge, screaming at the tiger. And I think that is it because I didn't hit it with the melee attack, so I can't use a bonus action. But I'm trying to grab his attention. That is the end of my turn.
Nice. And Shankz, start of it, right there, right in front of you.
Yep. I will be a sneaky goblin and bonus action disengaged, and then we'll escape. And I will run away, do like a spin jump and fire 2 shots at this guy.
Both are solid hits.
The few strike to the second one. Just one.
And how do you finish this one off?
So I basically use my goblin finesse to get out of the way, and as I'm running away, I jump up, turn around, and fire 2 arrows right into his eyes.
Ooh, and then with that, tiger's done. And just then, as if on cue, the fog will start to roll back. And clear the initiative. And just like the first time, you notice that as the fog, rolls back, it's gone, and then it's able to no more. The laborers, overseer, will sort of kind of blink a few times and just kind of look around and just say, we were just talking a moment ago. What are you all doing? The overseer, or foreman, will ask you all.
You didn't see us kill those blue tigers?
And then actually,
No, they're getting from the fog again.
Yeah, and then actually, as you hit the burst of tigers, let me make sure that's correct. After the attack, the tigers, they discorporate into the fog, so they will just kind of see you guys with your blades out, just kind of standing around or flying around. And they'll just kind of, go ahead and y'all can give me an insight check. Okay.
Look! Critspiration.
Critpiration.
Let's
say that again.
Are we doing critspiration?
Sure. Why not? I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. So sure. That's
I think
actually
it's the one rule from 1D&D that basically if your DM chooses to allow it, because the DM can give inspiration whenever, you can do it.
Sure.
In April, I mean.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That game was gonna get upset at the stream, that's not official. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, no critpiration. All right, use them if you got them. All right. Nimbus, Shankz. You know what? I kind of accept Brig. Brig. That oversee the construct the foreman overseer will sort of look like you see the reaction. They want to grab their weapon, but they kind of relax it, as you guys kind of mentioned tigers. But the laborers them shrug. Nimbus, Shankz, and Beth. You get he kind of the foreman kind of gives a subtle nod, an acknowledgement, and actually as you're kind of paying attention now, you do notice that the foreman's weapon looks like it has some nicks and dings on it, and then you can see some scars. It looks like some old relatively old scars. In Nimbus, you get the feeling that they've probably dealt with this before of the tigers and they fought them off, but they probably just definitely don't remember after the fog. So it's kind of acknowledging that you have done something and they've kind of forgotten about it. So.
This is strange that we are not being affected by these mind-altering fogs.
And I will, and then Beth, as you know, kind of looking at where the fog rolled back, it rolls back from an overgrown path leading from the forest.
Does that seem similar to the direction it rolled back before?
Yes, you feel like that's where at least a portion of the fog, like as soon as the fog just like this like little overgrown path kind of almost kind of revealed itself a little bit. Yeah, so what do you all do?
Just follow path.
Cool. And as you go,
Follow the path.
As you follow it through the worn, muddy stones, you guys guesstimate it's 400 feet into the forest. You know, maybe a couple centimeters off, maybe not, maybe a couple inches, maybe a couple feet. But it ends at a rocky pedestal bearing a slab of marble covered in moss and in a simple stone lantern. You see a faint blue flame glows within the lantern. And there is an inscription on the moss slab. And it's both in Common and Halri, which is the local language of Unido, which is basically it's an offshoot of Draconic. And it reads Day 1 Ha Warrior for the People. And I will paste the inscription onto the chat.
This must be some type of shrine to this individual.
Yes, it's definitely a shrine. You guys can go ahead and give me a history check. You know, Shankz, it sounds familiar. But, you know, it's like on the tip of your tongue. But also notice the lantern is this kind of small lantern. It's definitely some the flame is definitely magical. It emits this dim light, about like 10 feet of it, but you know, you do not feel any heat coming from it.
Almost like in a continual way.
Yeah, in a continual way. Well, I will
keeping the fog at bay.
Actually, I will say it's similar to. It looks similar to a continual, but it's just a little different. It's like plot different. But otherwise, you know, kind of hanging out at the workers seem to like going back to work. Kind of looking over your shoulder. Kind of they're kind of giving you guys a look, but after a bit, they just kind of start kind of going back to work as the foreman kind of overseer kind of comes back and kind of yells at the workers and makes sure they're working and stop lollygagging at the outsiders.
Do we? So this is we followed the fog to the edge, and then there was a light of some kind. any signs of anyone having been there?
The shrine that you guys are currently in, it looks like it's mostly empty, and you kind of figure without the fog, no one has been in this area for a long time. Like, it's overgrown. Like, it's only just like because of the fog that you guys are able to kind of notice, like it to kind of pique interest. But the lantern, it just looks like it's there. It doesn't. Just kind of generally looking at it, doesn't really seem to do anything. Do anything with the fog or away. It's just emitting this dim light.
Weren't there 2 other areas of town having problems that we could go look at?
Yes, of course. There
Maybe
is.
we find a connection. Can we take the lantern with us?
You feel like you can. It's a stone lantern, weighs about like 3 pounds. Yeah. Okay, cool. And okay. As you all aggress up, take the lantern with you. Yeah, you have the you could check out the park. Let's see if we go back. I believe. So cover the Tiger District. There's the Phoenix District. That's where the tea shop is at. You guys can check it out. And at the Hatay District is a park. Or Hatay. I definitely probably butchering this.
Yeah, let's go check out that second one.
The tea shop in the Phoenix District. All right.
Or do you think that we need a short break? Brig, you seem to have taken a lot of damage.
I wouldn't mind catching my breath for an hour.
Well, you guys are also going to a tea shop, so
Perhaps we could get a little drinks while we maybe they have some type of large beanbag or something you can sit down on.
Bray shakes his head.
well, yeah. I mean, you guys can definitely try to find. You could probably find somewhere in the Tiger District area if you want to kind of rest there before going to the Phoenix District to the tea shop if you guys want, or just go to the tea shop and just, ideally you might be able to rest there. Who knows? But a short rest is you guys can easily do.
All right. Why don't we do it before we get to tea, and I will gladly rest up.
Sure. And you know what? As we're being, let's be creative. A brig. Well, where did you guys stop at for your rest?
Well, we looked for a place with high ceilings where I would have enough room to stand in the corner. And just kind of think. Made sure it wasn't a stable because that's just ignominious. You don't want the shame.
Yeah.
But I, just kind of thinking, wondering how I let that tiger get the jump on me.
Yeah, it came at you like if you were a gazelle or something. But all right, yes, short rest can easily be done. Anything extra, and And then you guys could probably recover some spell slots or whatnot, or at least I know Beth does. I think Mr. Nimbus. Oh, we're gaining sorcery points. Okay.
Since I have I use my vial, my Bloodwell vial, to regain 5, but I only have 4, so I'll regain those.
Cool.
I don't think I get spell slots back. I can use my channel divinity to get them.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of, the harness power, if you were going to do that.
Nah, I can do that as a bonus action. I don't get it back on a short rest, I don't think. No, wait, I
Yep.
totally get my channel divinity back on a short rest?
Yep,
Then
might
yeah,
as
I
well
do
use
that.
it.
Why did I never realize that you get channel divinity back on a short rest? That's pretty bad, guys.
I would say for cleric abilities, just say that a lot of times higher tiers, a lot of times you just kind of forget him, or at least I did. Well, thinking of Vassal Tuckman, because the life cleric, so I only kind of think about it, or fighting undead, or something. So yeah, I mean, most of the time I've used it just to regain spell slots.
Yeah. I just forgot that was a thing.
It's all good. It's all good. But alright, kind of rest up, guys. Ready to go. To the Phoenix District. As you come, this area actually looks like the oldest part of the city. Actually, it's adjacent to the Seat of Dragons, where your magistrate quest giver is at. Not too far from there, but it's definitely even though it's an old area of the city, it's definitely very wealthy. You see lots of nobles and wealthy elite. And then you will, funny enough, this oldest tea shop in the United is simply called the Tea Shop. And it is decorated with hundreds of teacups arrayed on shelves, and many cups bear the names of past patrons, adventurers, nobles, and royals. And I'll say, Beth, as you kind of walk by the area, you will notice that the lantern will just kind of flicker.
By the way, does someone much stronger than me want to carry this 30-pound stone lantern?
Oh, it's only 3 pounds.
Oh, 3. Okay.
That is my bad. If I said 30, it was 3.
I think I just heard it wrong.
Oh, good. Oh, I think a 30-pound lantern would be like, ugh.
Well, it was made of stone, so that tracked, I guess. But I was like, geez.
It's like those lawn ornament fountains.
Oh yeah, just like I'm just measuring this like small stone lantern. It's like Futurama has that little black rock and just kind of slam to the ground. It's got that. Yeah, but as you kind of walk by, it kind of flickers, and then definitely looks like an owner is kind of greeting everybody. This owner looks pretty talkative, and we'll kind of wave you guys over and just welcome. My name is Bai Chun Hei, and says, do you want would you like a pot of buckwheat or jujube tea? That's the owner.
I will have what you recommend, whatever is the finest.
And we'll get you all a pot of the Juju tea. Just kind of nods and smiles. And then we'll actually just say, oh, it's only 2 silver pieces.
Mr. Nimbus will pay a gold and say, "Keep the change."
We'll very smiling and graciously thank you, and then we'll just actually get you another pot, get you a pot of the buckwheat tea just on top of it.
Oh, have you seen any type of mist creatures about?
You see, the group, as you notice, like he's all kind of smiles and really happy, especially since you tipped, tipped so well, and then he just kind of gets his demeanor kind of changes. He's a little more taciturn, and he just says, "Well, oh, okay. Well, I don't want anyone to think that this shop is an area is dangerous, but there were two of my patrons were attacked near my shop, and they they often play a game of Baduk, and I'll kind of point to where they play. And he's like they might they're always there, but they were the ones who attacked. If you were, if you're looking into it, but no, please don't mention this terribleness of these troubles. I don't want people to think this shop is not a safe place to go. And then we'll thank you again for your generosity. And the 2 nobles, Nadeshim and Dajuan, and we'll sort of point them out. So what do you all do?
Yes, we can go talk to them.
Yes, let us go speak with these nobles.
And as you're walking a bit, Beth, again, the lantern, when you go by like the wall of those teacups of looks like more reputable or famous, it flickers again, the lantern.
Where else did it flicker? Just there in the same place twice?
Yeah, same place twice. You guys can go ahead and give me a perception check if you're going to.
Yeah, I'll point that out to the party.
Uh-oh. All right, Shankz. All right, you got this.
All right, here we go.
Oh, there we go. I was actually going to give it to you, or you do notice one of the cups is day. You see one of the names is there is Day One Ha, and as you kind of notice it, the lantern is flickering. As you get closer to it.
Can we quietly, because the shop owner doesn't want to get freaked out, ask them who that is?
Sure. Do you ask the owner about the Day One Ha, or just like patrons or whatnot?
I'm gonna start with the owner because he doesn't want us to spook the patron.
Sure.
So I want to respect that.
Sure, of course. as you point, he says, "Oh, yes. She's been gone a long time, but she was a regular customer. She was famous. I was such a much younger man at the shop. She was a hero of the people. She helped a lot of social works, but the last queen, Young Su, ultimately overshadowed her, and but I don't remember what happened. I don't know what happened to her after that, though." You know, and we'll point out the table that, where she sat. She's like, "Oh, always sat there, always had a pot of buckwheat tea," and and then actually as he kind of grabs the cup, he's like, "Oh yes, it was part of a set," and then the other one will have another name, which is Young Gi, and she will say, "Oh, that is the uncle of the Young Gi. Oh yes, I guess they were they won." Ha and Youngi, they were friends for a long time, but Youngi's is the uncle of the current queen, and was the brother of Young Su. And well, this kind of and yeah, as you put the as he takes the tikas and kind of puts them away, the lantern doesn't flicker as much once it's kind of away, but and then he'll say, "Oh, but Young Gi, yeah, he still visits the shop sometimes, but he's retired and spends lots of his time at home."
What about day one, huh?
And as you say that, and as you say her name, it flickers again, the lantern. And yeah, anytime her name is actually spoken around you guys, the lantern will just kind of flicker. And yeah, he'll say, I don't. And he'll just say, "Oh," the owner will say, I actually, I don't remember what happened to her after." Maybe Mufasa, nothing happens, unfortunately. But he'll say, "No, I don't know what happened to her after that. I assumed she, well, it's been a very long time ago, so I, I, I think she passed. She must have passed some time ago."
Do you remember how she passed?
Uh, he'll say, "No, I can't remember. I don't know what happened to her after that. After that unfortunate thing with our last queen, Young Su."
Is that common knowledge? Do we know what happened to the queen?
Asked about the queen. The young suit, the queen, passed away sometime. Just she passed, and she has a statue in the park, and that nothing crazy, just old age. The
Okay.
previous queen died, so it was like, yeah, nothing like strange happened to the previous queen, and then yeah, they just got the current queen. So royalty aside, that they've been, that's normal. Nothing weird. But yeah, no. Otherwise, as you guys kind of talking, he'll just say, "Oh, I must attend to my other customers." Thank you for talking. It's been a while since we've been. It's been such a long time since I talked about her. She's one of my favorite customers. And he'll just kind of just nod and he'll just kind of politely walk away.
Shall we go talk to this Na and Da over at?
They are playing at the Baduk Hall.
Anybody know what this game is?
How complicated can it be if it is played in a tea house?
There is like they have the way he pointed, it's like 3 blocks away from the tea house. It is a game of strategy played on a board using black and white pieces. Well, actually, as you look around, you'll see further in. You'll see like in the tea shop, you do see like one table. They have kind of like a more like a pretty decent set of Baduk as you kind of see it played. But as you point out to the hall, even at 3 blocks, you see, there's a lot. It looks relatively populated.
We didn't ask him what these people look like, did we?
He'll give you a description. One of them is a dwarven man. The other one is a human woman. Well, and actually, that'll be easy to find because you notice in this city, actually, there's the majority are humans and dragonborn.
When they describe the human woman, does it sound at all like the faces from the gargoyles?
No, it does not. But thinking about it, the face did. Actually, no, it was just a slab, wasn't a statue. Okay, yeah. No, doesn't sound like it looks like the woman.
Didn't we get a sketch?
Yeah, you have a sketch.
Maybe we should start showing that to people.
You could show it to the owner. I'll say you can kind of grab them.
Yeah, we do that.
Oh, and he kind of like grimaces at just Oh, what is that? Looks like.
These were the faces of the things that attacked us earlier.
Oh, I'll say, well, he'll kind of look a little closer, like, and he'll kind of gasp a little bit, and then, well, actually, Actually, he'll usher you guys into the back room. Actually, he'll just kind of pause, just like, oh, yes, you guys want additional pots to go. Let me show you where they are in the back, and I will get you a pot and kind of, you get the feeling he doesn't want to talk in public, and takes you all to, like, the kitchen area, like his back room. And then he will say, that, okay, I apologize, I really don't want anyone knowing. That looks like they won Ha. That's what she looks like. They look like her. But again, how that looks like. It was like I don't know what you know about our city, but I have a fear then that she has become a Gwinshin, which with our and we believe those are spirits that if they feel like they've been wronged or they have unfinished business, that's why we have a name for them. And typically that is something, if there's a Gwinshin, they've been wronged in life, and that is usually up to the the family of that Gwinshin to help right those wrongs. But unfortunately, Daewonhan did not have any family. So unfortunately, if that is here, then there was nobody to help appease the spirit. I guess if that's the case, and I hate to share. She was such a fearless warrior of the people. I dread the thought of one of our best suddenly turning into this wicked creature. Us as a people, we love to present a brave face no matter what happens, and you're all new here, but we do not like to talk about other people's anything to bring shame to the person. And we also don't. But with these attacks you see happening, I guess then she might be responsible for it. Here, and then he'll say, "Oh no, please, why don't you take her teacup? Sometimes if I'm not sure, but if it is a service you must do to appease the Daewonha, then having personal items of hers will hopefully help you. I unfortunately don't know. I'm just a shop owner. I don't know what you would need to do, but hopefully that the teacup will help." And we'll say, best of luck, and please try not to bring down the name they want to bring down her name. Daewonha. She was one of the few good magistrates the city had in a very long time, and to this day. So yeah, after a nice little info dump, but yeah, you guys can still talk to the nobles.
What does one do about a Goishin?
Yeah, let's talk to the nobles, then go to that park.
Sure. You know what? Go ahead and give me a Arcana or History check, dealing with a Gwinshin. A Gwinsha. You guys pronounced it way better than I did. Okay, I would say for like Nimbus, this is similar to any kind of from the way they described it, it sounds like a I would assume like a revenant or any kind of ghost or spirit. Like if you're able to accomplish a task, the spirit should, it's calming the spirit so it would rest. How to exactly do it? It's always something different, and this seems that way. Typically, from stories, it's like, finding the body, and either if it's not buried, be burying it somewhere in hallowed ground or something. You've heard very similar on that. So you're not sure what exactly to call the spirit, but yeah, you know as a fact you all have to do some kind of ritual, and that should appease the spirit. Just don't know what kind.
All right. Should we talk to the magistrate maybe after we talk to the noble? I guess we can go to the noble into the park. But...
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can try to go to the park and and I'll tell you that, like, the other noble, I guess, was the friend of Daewon, Youngi. The shop owner did tell you that he also had a home relatively nearby. So yeah, you can still talk to the nobles at the Baduk Hall, or yeah, you can just go to the park. So where do you all want to go?
To the park?
Sure. All right, it's to the Park of Elders. It is a very beautiful public park, and it features. You see lots of different kind of smaller monuments. I believe there is a picture. Yes. Park of the Elders. I'll show it to you as a group. And as you arrive, maybe not with others at night, it's during the daytime, it's nice. There are people walking about. But yeah, you see this monument of this elderly, maybe looking a dragonborn in a very nice dress or kimono, or that depicts, the monument depicts a regal dragonborn seated on an ornate throne, a vision of wisdom and grace. She cradles a large scroll in one arm and raises the other hand as if to speak. Stone plaques set into the statue's foundation are engraved with Queen Youngsu's many achievements. And guys, go ahead, give me a history check. Ooh, critpiration. Wait, do we have anyone in our group with like intelligence as your main thing? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think we're charisma, wisdom, or strength, or dex.
Everything but intelligence, basically.
Wait, for what?
No, just as a party, I'm like, I don't think anyone. We just have like the four other main pillars, like, strength, dex, wisdom, charisma. We're like, no intelligence. Heavy, like that's your main thing.
Yeah. I should probably look into that. For some reason, I gave myself 14 charisma and 10 int, but I'm an Arcana cleric, so that was probably a bad choice.
I mean, doing sermons. I mean, gotta be. Either way would be appropriate for a cleric, but that's for another time. But I will say, Brig, with your crit, as you're looking at all these accomplishments, as you're kind of looking around, you're reading a few of those, but there's this other set. It seems odd to you because some of the achievements doesn't seem something that like nobles, high up, like court members, let alone, this is like a queen. This is something that they would do. It's like doing aqueduct, do maintenance for aqueducts, and it's like I really doubt that this queen would have went down there and talked to the people or helped manage this or that. So
Okay. Curious. These are not queenly tasks.
definitely something to note, but otherwise it is a very nice area. But looking around, kind of see various nobles or other people kind of view people like scurrying about. You see a lot of people, some like in meditation or like a few groups, but otherwise, pretty nice area. You guys can go ahead and give me. Let's do an investigation check as we. I'll say investigation and or survival. But that investigation was very good, Shankz. So. Okay, so for Beth, Nimbus, and Brig, look around. It looks very peaceful. Don't see really anything going on, and I will say, for Shankz, you can. You can see there's some dust on around the monument. You do see like dust here and there. You're talking about dust. It kind of looks similar to kind of looking at it. Like sort of like what happened to like gargoyles, like crumbled stone. There's just a little bit. There's just like little tracings along the monument.
Does it seem like there's anything missing from the monument, like maybe some gargoyles?
No. Interesting enough, it's like this area. There are no like areas where they would have gargoyles. Like their monuments, they have lots of different creatures, whether it's dragon, maybe like dragons, everything else. But yeah, you haven't seen like a specific like anything that would have like gargoyles on it.
Okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you don't see really, with the exception of a little dusting around the monument. You don't really see any other evidence in the monument area of the park. So, other than that, I think the only thing, you can still go back to the Phoenix district and talk to the guys at Paduke. You can also talk to the magistrate who hired you and fill her in info, or you guys can also look for the young, find out about Young Yi, the other friend of day one, huh? So.
Yeah, I say we go talk to the magistrate and then maybe go talk to the Baduk player.
Cool. All right, as you go over and talk to the magistrate, let's see.
Tell him we might have a Gwenshi problem.
Yeah. But let's do a little fast forward. As you have in the seat, you put the name for the magistrate, and then she will kind of come out and greet you all and take you for a walk. And she'll say, "Oh, please tell me what you all have found out so far in your investigations."
Yeah, give her the full rundown of the Gwenshi and all the creepy fog making people forget. And you might got a bigger problem on your hands.
Okay. Oh, so she will, as you kind of, she reels it all in, and she will say, Day One Ha, she was a celebrated magistrate in her time. Yes, if you found the lantern, that shrine, yes, that was, that was built some time ago. But I did know her career faltered. It got eclipsed by our renowned Queen Young-Su. But yes, you mentioned this noble Young Gi. Yeah, he actually lives at the edge of the Phoenix District. He's the brother of the last queen and uncle of our current queen. She will say, well, and say, well, I can arrange for you all to speak to Young-gi, since they have been friends, so he might be able to offer more insight. But as you say, she's a Gwenshi. That's disheartening. But if it's a Gwenshi, well, I believe that I know. I don't know why she would do this, but a lot of times just faltering tasks. Funny enough, I don't. I know she died some time ago. Rather quite poorly, actually. After her career faltered, she became, when her time or career ended, she actually became very obscure. I know that the queen's success just kind of made her limelight, and she died quietly some years ago. No foul play, but I was really young I was very young at the time, but I don't think she her passing wasn't it was a small ceremony from what I remember. I know my parents were magistrates, and I know there was only a few there that were at her passing.
Yeah, I think we better get those directions to that relative, because obviously something is going on if they are not at rest.
Yes, and she will give you directions, and usually I will let the guards know that that you are expected. So then as you guys go in tow to, I assume you guys are going to go to speak to Young-gi at the estate gardens.
Yep.
And they go, you are initially at the place, you are halted by 4 guards, but kind of block your path. But as soon as you But thankfully, as they will initially stop you, someone will run up to them and then give word, and then they will kind of let you all through as they escort you to the state garden specifically for Youngie. As the trees hide the estate's walls from view, creating illusion of being in a forest clearing, a pond dominates the center of the garden, with the pavilion overlooking the water. The place is a serene sanctuary hidden from the clamor of the city. And we'll take you to an older, elderly, dragonborn individual, Youngie. And there you go. There's Youngie. His scales doesn't have as much splendor being older, but the robe kind of the robe compensates for that lackluster of the scales. And then we'll just say, yes, the magistrate does spoke that we must have a meeting. I am Youngie. What do I owe the pleasure of meeting today?
Well, we're here about your relative, the renowned magistrate.
I think his relative was the queen.
Oh, the queen. Damn it.
No, we are speaking of old business. Come.
Well, old business becomes new business when Gwenshies are around.
Oh, then his face kind of narrows and darkens. Says, please, on a game, please tell me everything and all the reasons why you're here. And then he will kind of nod. He will become reflective, but he will be surprised. And he will say, we were just, she was a great magistrate in her time. And, but unfortunately, her task paled and her works paled in comparison to my sister, Young Su, the previous queen. She was the people, she was the admiration of everybody. And you guys, go ahead and give me an insight check. Okay. This guy's kind of he's a politician through and through, so it's a little hard to read. Mr. Nimbus, you see through it. He is definitely hiding something.
Come, let us speak plainly. If there is something that that may assist us in this and set your cousin's soul to rest, please share it.
It was like, again, she was just a friend, not a cousin. But how persuasive are you, Mr. Nimbus?
Oh, I think Mr. Nimbus is very persuasive using inspiration. Ooh, good inspiration.
Yeah, he is taken back. Like, you have, he hasn't spoken to anyone, in such a long time that was as eloquent as he was. He is taken back. It's just, if you were, you would make a great politician. Was it the Nimbus? Your tongue is as silver and sharp as any magistrate in this land, before and since. But yes, day one hot. She was a brilliant magistrate and hero to the people. Much of the prosperity and equality Unido and now enjoys due to her work, but unfortunately, few remember her efforts. Again, attributing to my sister. Although the people once honored Day One Ha, the magistrate died in relative obscurity, but he will kind of look down and says, I will admit that I am responsible for that. Although she was a friend, you cannot have anyone worshipping someone other than the royal family. That goes against our ways. And although she did such great work, the people were calling out to her instead of their queen, and we just could not have it for our family. And I did not discredit my old friend out of malice, but I owe my devotion to my family and crown.
So no. Many of the things in the statue was the queen actually responsible for?
Oh, and he'll just say, although my sister did some fine work, a lot of the day to day with the peoples, of course, was Day One Ha, but again, with some work of my own, I made sure the people knew that the queen did that as well, because again, no person should be placed above the ruling class. That is a threat, and the options were for something to deal with my friend, whether discreetly, through discrediting her, or, eliminating her. And I do regret my hand in that, but...
You killed her too?
No, I was either that or killing her, and she is my friend. I did not want to... I didn't kill her. She was much older. She was just a little much older than me. So she just went to the heavens. She just simply went to the heavens before me. But no, those were my options at the time, was having her killed or discrediting her. So since she's been a long-time friend and to the city, I had to do my best to discredit her. But yes, she is... Well, if she has come back as a Gwynchi, then it is because, well, she must be feared that she is forgotten. So I have heard stories that if you do ritual, making sure that a spirit is remembered, that is one way to disperse the Gwynchi. And then he will he will actually lead you guys into his home and will get you guys an amulet. And it says that this was hers. I feel if she's a Gwynshin, then it must be her spirit that I've seen at the Park of the Elders around midnight. And he kind of hands this amulet, and actually, as he kind of hands it to you all, the lantern kind of flickers again. And he will say, "This was a symbol of office. She gave it to me many years ago as a memento of our friendship. I have wronged her, and so I've kept it as just still a dear friend, and I guess as a reminder of some of the terrible things you have to do for family and royalty." But
hey, don't worry, we don't judge. I mean, everybody keeps trophies, right?
kind of looks Liza Shankz and just kind of furrows his kind of furrows the scales, but doesn't really say anything. We'll just kind of nod. And say yes if you and he'll actually get out kind of get out like a prayer for you guys to recite. And says if you have the three, well, he'll just say if you have items that can that are mementos of her, that should be enough to quell the Gwenchen. That is day one, huh? And then he will say, "Don't forget, you need to be there at midnight."
Right. With a teacup and a lantern.
Teacup, lantern, and an amulet.
Great.
And then, as we, as I press the, fast forward button, as you are all here, let's see. Come on. And I don't have tokens out here, so of course there's no light. Alright. Alright, just gonna bring you guys in from the other room and just kinda oh my gosh, I have it on the wrong layer. And as you all arrive at midnight, of course. Can you guys see stuff now?
Yep.
Alright, cool. When you're near the statue, the beauty of the park changes as fog will initially spread from the base of the monument to Queen Yongsu. Something shapeless and malevolent wraps itself around the statue, coalescing into a robed figure that shrieks in pain and rage. However, with the tokens in hand, they kind of, as they start flickering bright, you see the fog roll back, and the gargoyles will actually just sort of dissipate with the fog, leaving kind of the spirit. And as in the spirit of day one, huh? It is a it is a less fanged mouth of fangs look of her. So there's definitely the spirit, and for that, go ahead and give me a religion check, as they mentioned giving the prayer. You just don't roll ones.
I will use my inspiration.
Alrighty.
Ooh, Beth got critspiration.
I didn't have advantage though, and I forgot to use inspiration or anything.
Dang it.
It is all good. You know what? You guys are able to recite it. That the Gwenchen, she will sort of, the spirit will just kind of approach, no longer with that face of pain and rage. Will sort of, she will thank you all, and as she kind of fades, she will actually give you all a charm, a supernatural gift. You will get the let's see, I'll put it in the text chat. You feel you've been blessed as she fades away. The memory of the ancestors. And here one here. So to watch you, and a weapon becomes a weapon of warning for the next 9 days, or I guess for an adventure. And then as it fades, and you feel like you've, the fog goes away, she passes, and everything is good. And as you go back to the next day, not only, and once you put it to rest, the magistrate lets the Queen Jinmi aware of your role in helping the city. The Queen will meet you all, hailing you all as heroes, and awarding each of you 500 gold pieces instead of 250.
Thank you, Queen.
Ka-ching!
Ka-ching! And if you guys want, if you feel like it, since Shanks' cousin, his dear friend, Skid, which one was, I'm sorry, Shanks, what was your cousin that died from a dragon? We can... Shivs, that's it, Shivs. I'm like, I can't remember. Was it Shivs? We could say here as you're looking off, or you guys just feel like calling it a night, I can just throw a dragon just because we can fight something, because that's pretty much it. It is up to y'all.
Kill the
No,
dragon!
I was gonna say it was kind of nice that we didn't have to fight the ghost at the end, but
yeah, it's also like, she's just like, all right, well, she is like, peace out. Did all the things, not gonna fight, but yeah, we could just have. It was a. You guys are tier.
what's this one called, by the way?
It is Sins. I think it's Sins of Our Elders. Yep, Sins of Our Elders. And we could finish this. Let's see. Nope, not chromatic. Nope. Yeah, let's throw in a black. How about a black dragon? Just kind of comes in. Yeah, let's just do something. Yeah, let's just wait. Is there a young? How tough's a young black dragon? Let's. I don't know. Do you guys want to do young black dragon, or do you feel like going crazy and finding an adult?
Probably young. There's only 4 of us tonight.
Sure, that is all. I am totally down with non-adults. There we go. Let's. Besides, I think if you fought you would just be fighting a ghost. So, because suddenly this black dragon chick is like, oh, I thought I got all of you. More for my cousin Vorgan Shankz, and then yeah, let's do some initiative because.
Do we have advantage from our new weapons of warning?
You can't. You can, well, I was saying it's up to you as a group. Do you want to use it now, or do you want to use it for the next adventure?
Oh, for the AL stuff, it doesn't. It says one adventure. Got it. But I won't use it.
So I'm like, the only thing I'm like, I could, or for the next one. All right.
I think we rolled pretty good.
You rolled dang good. I know I'm going to roll like crap.
Hey, Ross, you probably want to use it this adventure.
Why is that?
Because you'll be level 7 next adventure.
Oh, right. It don't matter because it's.
Well, you don't have to get surprised, so that works too.
Because, no, because you'll have advantage and can't be surprised next adventure.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Barbarian things happen, don't they?
I'm trying to remember if all the Barbarian things happen at 7.
Yeah, I think all of them get it.
Yep. I forgot the surprise one is also too. As long as you enter your rage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you gotta rage for it. Okay.
Yeah, you get the rage, and then you get advantage, and you can do the pounce thing, right?
Yes, I can. The pounce thing may be for that. I'm not sure what the bounce thing is.
I think the extra movement when you rage.
Yeah, instinctive pounce, 7th level optional. As part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed.
I don't have the optional stuff set up, so I'll have to look at that.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, but Shankz, you start the party. This dragon comes saying it says you're next. What are you doing? It's about, I'll say, like 30 feet up in the air.
All right. Shankz will bonus action stick my hunter's mark on him, and I will fire 2 bow shots.
Alrighty, let's do it. One hit.
Looks like 19 total. Some of it's fire, so.
You know, I don't. Nope, don't go. Hey, it's a black dragon, so there's that.
All right, that works. And I'm gonna make a beeline to these trees over here and see if I can get a little bit of cover.
Sure.
But I'm gonna send Skidmarks in to dodge.
Alrighty.
Enter.
Sounds good. Nimbus.
All right, Mr. Nimbus. So he's going to fly a little bit up to get within like 20-ish feet of this thing.
Sure.
Because he's got a tail, but he's not. He wants to stay a little bit away. But he is going to call upon his god, which I think his god is Talos. Because, that'd be fun. Or no, it was Deep Seychelles. That's right. I forgot. I play too much D&D. All right. So Deep Seychelles. And we will again cast at 3rd level, and I think I've set it up right in this character sheet. Rhymes Binding Ice. However, we're going to call it Deep Seychelles' Binding Lightning, as I will use 2 sorcery points. And I will convert it to lightning and then use the channel divinity to maximize it. So it did not prompt me for a level, so that's not set up right. But it will be 36 points of damage. And it is a DC 16, because it's all wrong.
All right, con save. Let's see. And yeah.
All right, well, I was trying to get it on the ground, but obviously that will not work. So it still takes 18 points of lightning damage. And Mr. Nimbus is going to zip over here opposite Shankz.
Okay, sounds good. And unfortunately, Brig, it's like 30 feet in the air.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you got the ring of jumping.
I do, but I'm going to have to use it right now, even though I won't be able to jump. So I will move 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. Use the ring of jumping. Because it's 20 feet, I'm not going to be able to get up to it anyway. Because I basically can go 3, 6. I can jump 20 feet right now, but I only have 10 feet of movement left, so I wouldn't be able to jump it. But I will dash just to get right up into its face as I jump up into the air the 20 feet and go boo, and then land back down on the ground because I don't have an action to hit it.
Okay. Boo. Okay, right. All right, Beth.
Spiritual weapon, firebolt.
Alrighty. Yes. It was very cool, Boo.
Yeah, well, and the spell lasts for a minute, so more might happen later.
Firebolt will just kind of whiz past.
So close. At a turn.
Okay, alright. The dragon. You know, it's just gonna, look down and it'll say boo, but its boo is different. It's gonna boo with an acid breath on Brig and skid marks. You didn't roll it? Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey,
It's 11
he
D8.
passed. He's dodging.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's right. So that's a 15.
Okay.
And,
All right.
Brig would have advantage.
Yeah, let's just. Half of 47 in acid. And then it spews. And then, how far can a dragon fly? Oh, it's a line. Okay. 80 feet. Okay, so it'll fly past 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. It'll plop down. Actually, we'll get into. It'll get into melee range. It'll plop down next to Shankz and just like, another goblin snack. And then clench his teeth. That's its turn. Then we go to Shankz.
Okay, cunning action. I will disengage. And run around and kind of like slide around the tree trunk. And before I do so, I'll fire off my 2 shot.
Alrighty. Both hits.
And Skid Marks is going to head in there and start dodging again. And I will use the rest of my movement. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 now because of the level 6 ability. And I'll hide behind, I'll get some cover behind this rock.
Okay.
And a turn.
Says pretender with this little thing. I can't even move straight. What is it drinking? Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus nimbly flies through the air, pirouetting, and will again try to. He's not going to convert it. He's just going to keep it as cold, but will upcast a Rhymes Binding Ice. So the damage and stuff isn't going to be right because of things. But we won't roll. Ooh, that's a good one. So he fails because it's a DC 16.
All right.
So he takes 28 cold. And here, I'll just post the other one that has all the stuff.
Yep, and then I can't.
So it's hindered by ice formations for 1 minute or until it or another creature within its reach uses an action to break away the ice. So its speed is 0.
It sort of calls out, "You'll be next on my meal, elf."
And as a bonus action, I will pull Brig closer if they would like.
I'm actually going to stay where I am. Well, actually,
Oh.
I have to roll, don't I?
No, I would call out, Brig, would you like to be closer?
No.
All right. And then Mr. Nimbus will fly up into the air. End of turn.
For I want to charge 30 feet at it. great sword at the ready, swinging recklessly at a dragon that just hit me with acid.
Did you rage before?
I'm not.
Ooh.
Because with my bonus action, I'm gonna stomp it down with my hooves.
Okay, how do you finish off this dragon, Brig?
I believe I just curb stomped a dragon.
Yeah, there is a dragon that is curb stomped, and there is much rejoicing. Yay! Covered in skid marks, covered in acid. Skid mark tries to drink it and just kind of,
I will perform an ancient goblin ritual and pour one out for my dead homie.
As we pour one out for our homies, as we put this to a close for this adventure. And, hey, just, we got to get everything done. And, hey, got some payback and revenge, too. So, like, the best kind of adventure ending. And, yep, that's where we will leave it for tonight. Thank y'all for watching, and